Let me just download some images. Okay, I have something open up over here, but let me um, let's say I just have download some images. Let once I'm done. Uh, so open that. Cars. Okay, let me just save them. Give me a second. Whatever. Okay, enough. Three images are enough. Now let's start. So file open. Okay, you can open, or let's say file new. Now basically this is the initial settings. You can give it a name. You have the width and the height. This will be provided to you. Resolution you have 72 or 300. 72 is there for web-based application. 300 is there for your desktop-based printing. Okay, because the more pixels you have, the more the resolution increases. So I will be doing this. The background you can set as white or transparent. Okay, we'll talk about this later on. Okay, I'm not discussing this right now. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so I get this. Let's say if I have to make a banner, let's say they ask me to make a banner. um, I can actually make a banner of a specific size. Okay, control plus to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, control plus. Now what I'll do is I'm recording this lecture so you can view it again. Okay, I'll send you the link by email. I'll open up my
Okay.
images that I downloaded. So I'll go to file.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
I will take out a circle. I'll use the same procedure again. I'll click, drag and drop it over here. Now you can see what's happening is I'm getting the same thing but in circle. You get the point?
Mhm.
So I can
Yes.
take a rectangular thing out or I can take a circle out. Okay? Right? Let's proceed further. Let's talk about the polygonal tool. Now, polygonal tool, why did I discuss that? Uh, Let me just click on this and let me just increase the size of this. Okay, now what I'll do is, where do I have the car? No, this one. I'll take this out because I have to explain you something else. So we have to work with this. Oh, we can even have this car shifted over here. If I want to shift this car over here, how will I do it? Let's discuss these tools. These are really important. The lasso tool, the polygonal, and the magnetic. First, let me tell you what these actually are. Well, lasso tool, the first one that you have, is simply used. Why? Let's say we call this the freehand lasso tool as well. I can actually, let's say, take this out really fast uh, with a free hand. I want to take it out. It's neither a rectangular tool, neither elliptical tool. It's a freehand lasso tool. So I can use the move tool and now I can click, drag and drop it over here. Okay, and obviously control minus, press shift, reduce the size because there was a difference in resolution. Okay, the image and the stage. So this is what I get. But at times you want perfection. So what you'll do is you will not use this. So I'll just delete this and I'll go back. The other way, and the other tool that you have over here, you can see over here is the polygonal. Now polygonal obviously means for polygons. For example, someone says, I'll just press Control plus, okay, and let me take out this. Can you see this? Uh,
Yes.
the fog light. I want to take this out. I'll press Control plus and I'll zoom in more. Uh, Not that much. So here we go. That's fine. So I'll use my polygonal lasso tool and I will try to take out this. So what I'll do is I'll, I'll click here, one, click, 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 and click. Selected. All I can do now is edit. I can say copy and I can say paste. What do I have here? I have another of this placed over here. You can see that. Or I can place it wherever I want to. You get the point? So
Yes.
polygon is mostly obviously used when you have polygon issues, logos or any shape that is in polygon shape. Then we have another tool below that, which is very interesting as well. And this is the most useful in fact. The magnetic lasso tool, I use it the most. In magnetic lasso tool, the frequency you can see is 57. Okay, I usually do is I set it as 99 because 99 means more accuracy. Now, why do I need it? Well, this is very good. For example, I'll just click here and you will see what will happen now. I'll click here and I'll simply drag it. Do you see what's happening? It is selecting the boundary itself. It's selecting the boundary itself. Did you see this?
Yes.
So even the curves have been selected. So let me tell you more advantage. For example, I'll just go back, Control minus, and let's say I have to take out the entire car. I will use the magnetic lasso tool. I'll click here, and I will just keep on. Actually, because of this recording software, the new Camtasia is pretty heavy. The computer gets a bit slow. Anyway, so okay, this will work very good if there is a difference in the color contrast. Like you can see the background is white and my car's color is a bit darker. But this will not work very fine. Let's say if I had a black car and a black background. Okay, so this tool is pretty intelligent, but it works in a very common criteria. I'm just doing a bit rough because my mouse is not very nice, so I'm just not trying to be very perfect. It will be okay, but there might be some minor issues. So you join the beginning, the ending, and you click. Once it's done, use the move tool, and all you do is click, drag, and drop it over here. If the size is too big, press shift, always press shift and reduce the size. Why? Because to maintain the aspect ratio. Zanabet, are you following me?
Yes.
Okay, press shift and then reduce the size. Okay, I'll just take this over there. More. Well, there were issues. And there are more chances of banner coming this time because they have been giving logos a lot. And you know what? You can even get rid of this. You can make it perfect. I'll show you how. Let me just even close this. Oh, what I can do is I'll press Control plus again more. And since this is not looking nice, I can use the razor tool. You can see the razor tool over here. This one, the razor tool, and this is in case. Although you should not be using this, but in case if it doesn't work fine, you can save your time. So you should know how to use the eraser tool as well. So for P4 you have to make sure that when you go for examination, okay, your mouse is really good, because if your mouse is not really good, the graphic part and the animation part, you will suffer. Okay, and they have to cooperate with you. This is mere nonsense if they don't. This is quite rubbish. Okay, anyway, so here we go. We've been able to take out the car. You can see it. Not very good over here. If we would have done it again, would have been better. So this was using the magnetic lasso tool. You get the point. So Lasso tool, freehand, polygonal, obviously for polygonal shapes. Magnetic works when you have a difference in the color contrast and it tries to capture the edges of the object if the color contrast is good. You get the point. So we learned about the rectangular marquee tool and the elliptical marquee tool, the lasso tool, polygonal and the magnetic lasso tool. Is it clear, beta? Should I
Yes.
continue? Okay. Next that we have is pretty interesting. Okay, let me see if I have another shape. And right. Listen to this carefully. Over here, I will discuss now is the clone stamp tool. Okay, I'll just zoom in a bit. And what I would like to do is, you see this tree over here? I would
Yes.
like this tree to also appear over here, for example. So what I'll do is, while I have selected the clone stamp tool, I will press Alt and I will click here. Are you listening?
Yes.
I'll press Alt and I'll click here. Alt, click here. Come back over here and now what I'll do is I could have even make it. Not a very good picture to play with, but I could have used anything else. One second. I want to give you a real example of this, not just like this. Just press 1 second. The clone stamp tool is very important. Uh, no, just 1 second. I'll just take. Did you use a snipping tool in the previous exam?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, Snipping tool obviously is the best. Come on. I will use the other software to, next time, not this one, because this is very slow. It's a bit heavy. Copy image and file new. No. Okay, now for example, if we want uh, this dog to disappear, okay,
Okay.
or we want this person to disappear, we will use the same thing. I'll use the clone tool. Okay, by the way, do you remember the square parenthesis? The square parenthesis. If
Yes.
the square parenthesis is used to increase the size of this, and the opening is used to decrease, the closing is to increase. I'm talking about the square, not the brackets, the square parentheses for that. And you can even select from here is the type of brush you want. A light one? Yes, you can. So what I'll do now is I'll press Alt, and what I'll do is I will take a sample from here. Press Alt, click here. Done. Come here, and all I'll do is so anyway, if I try to reduce the flow, or if I reduce the opacity, let me reduce the opacity a bit. Let me try to reduce the flow a bit. What will happen is, now if I do it, you will see that I'll not even see those things. So do you see somehow, if I press Control minus and go back, I have somehow disappeared it. Okay?
Yes.
This is the advantage of clone. So clone is important. Remember to press Alt, take a sample, and replace one image with the other image. Obviously, you're supposed to know all these tools. You have to do my activities. I'll tell you through which you will practice all this. Okay. But first, I would like just you to experiment with it. Okay. Next, what you have over here is just 1 second, beta. Yes. Next, what we have is we have done this crop tool. Obviously, you know what crop tool is. Crop tool is if you want to crop out a particular part.
Yes.
Yes, you know that. With the crop tool, you just drag and you will be able to crop that particular part out. Okay. Then you have is text tool. Yes, you should know text tool. I'll tell you about it. For example, you want to write over here. Let me click on this. Let me increase the size to, let's say, 40, and I'll type over here is forest. Okay, one thing, if you want to go back in Photoshop, it's Control Alt Z. If you want to go more back,
Okay.
okay, Control Alt Z. So I can select this, okay, and now if I want to change this, listen to this very carefully. Um, I will do is over here I have layers. Where will you find the layers? In Windows you'll find the layers as well. What are layers? Layers are, you'll find them in animation as well. So this is the background. Your image came in this layer. I just typed this forest. I'll just delete this. The first forest I did type. Then I typed text. It came in separate layer. The advantage of layers on and top of each layer is that if you do something wrong in one of the particular layer, you can delete it. You can change it. So every text, logos, images, they will come in different layers. You get the point, right? So if I want to
Yes.
change this text, okay, you see, I have written forest over here, but it's not very clearly visible. Can you see this? The examiner might
Yes.
say that add a stroke line to it. So look at this. I'll right click, and there is something known as blending option.
Okay.
Come to the blending option, and you'll have lots of options over here for the text. For example, the first one that I will talk about is, let's say, the stroke. So I'll have the stroke and I would like the stroke color to be white. There you go. I would like to increase the size of the stroke or not. I could increase the opacity of the stroke, less or more. Okay. I have other options. I have bevel and emboss. Okay. I could make it bevel. I could make it emboss, pillow emboss, or simple outer emboss. Okay. And I could even increase the size of this. So these are some of the options that the examiner could ask you. Okay. Then you have inner shadow. Color overlay means that you want to change the color of it. If you want to change the color of the font, you can come here, click on this, and change the color to green. Okay. Before the next class, I would like you to experiment all this. Okay. You get the point. The lecture I've recorded. You will take out your time and you will revise all these points. Okay.
Yes.
Right? We've done this as
Yes.
well. Okay. Just go through the tools. Once you do it, you'll never forget them. I want the text to be appearing this, like I want to change this shape of the text, so I'll select the text again. Do you see this T over here? The
Yes.
create wrap text. Click on this. Why do we have this? I want the text to appear this way, so I can make it appear this way. I can even increase or decrease this. Can you see this? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Or I could do is I want it to appear this way, arc or whatever. Used to be in uh, previous. Anyway, you have lots of wave, fish, whatever. You can see it from here. Okay. But there is another way. I'll tell you an advanced way as well. Okay. Um, if you really want to experiment a bit more advanced, I will tell you. Uh, you have to convert this into vector. How is that? Layer, come to layers, come to rasterize and say layer. Because if I don't rasterize this, you will see in edit option, in transform, I don't have distort and perspective. So if I come here and if I convert this into layer, what will happen is I'll have all the options over here. What is distort? Distort means you'll see it's very interesting. You see I can distort it any way I want to. Okay, it's very interesting. Apply and it comes back to the prism. Or let me press Control Z. Or if I want to use is uh, uh, so I can do anything I may want to. You have the full power to change the text in any way you may want to. Right? So that's how they do high level editing. You get the picture. Yes or no? Zanab?
Yes.
So that's how you actually work with text, right? And what else? What else? What else? You can have a shadow of the text as well. I'll just show you that. Just be careful to. I can even lock this layer. Like I'll just tell you what. If I come to layers, I can actually lock this. By locking this, the advantage will be I will not mistakenly temper this. So now you see mistakenly even if I try to do something, my background will not be tempered. So I can lock layers if I want to. Okay, this has been locked, this has been unlocked. So you have to know what you have to lock or not. So I was saying that if I come to the blending options again, you will do is I will have over here is the drop shadow, and do you see the shadows appearing?
Yes.
It's appearing. So I can have the drop shadow appearing at the back of any particular color you may want. Any color. You want blue, you want any color. it will appear. It's appearing in blue because shadow is obviously a bit darker. So that's how it's appearing. Okay. Then what you have is, okay, if the image size has to be changed entirely. Okay, you this is your image size. It's 2010 pixels width, and this is the height. Okay, you can change this. You can change this whatever you want to. If you uncheck constraint proportion, what will be, for example, if I change this to 1000, please look at the height. The height is changing as well. Can you see this? But I don't want it.
Yes.
I want them to differ. So I'll uncheck this. And now if I change this to, let's say, 500, my height doesn't change. So I can constrain this or not constrain this. Okay, right. And then you have is image rotation. You know that. And then you have, okay, is I'll click on this. I will unlock this. I want the background image to be black and white. I'll come into image adjustments, and you can see over here I have the option of black and white. Here we go. I'll click OK. It turns into black and white. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And well, you have other options over here. You have color balance. What do I mean by color balance? By color balance, the mean is I'll come here. I'll come to color balance, and through this I can increase or decrease uh, the redness. Okay, make it more green, make it more yellowish, make it more bluish. Okay, whatever. But if they do ask you this, they will obviously tell you the color levels. Although to such an extreme, the question may not come. Well, this will be the part of media studies, not A-level IT. But since everything in the syllabus, I have to discuss everything with you, and I will. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Hmm. Okay, and lastly, when you're saving this, save as, you should know the following formats. The default is PSD, okay? Photoshop document. It's known as Photoshop document. Okay, the examiner will ask you to save it in different file formats. BMP is Windows bitmap. Windows bitmap was basically invented by Microsoft for their own imaging. Okay, for their desktop-based application. When you see Windows 7 appearing, basically that image is in bitmap, Windows bitmap. BMP is not used for web applications. It's pretty heavy. If you look at JPG, JPG is the best as compared to the size and the resolution. It's very good because JPG does not occupy a lot of space and the resolution is good. This is why you find JPG in cellular phone, in tablets, everywhere. Okay. Then you have is compressor GIF. GIF is used for transparent. Okay, for if you want to make transparent images and stuff like that. Okay. You might have seen clip arts and stuff like that in which you have transparent background. For
How
that,
the transparent images look like?
exactly that's GIF. How do they look like?
Oh.
No, are you asking a question?
Yeah. How they look like?
How do they look like? True. Transparent means if you have a car, the background is not white. It's transparent. If you take it into HTML, you'll not see that background appearing. It will be transparent. So if the background page is black, it will show it as black. If it's white, show it as white. If it's green, show it as green.
Okay.
Okay, transparent. Okay, I will discuss this with you in the next lecture as well. Okay, in the next lecture we will finish this module. Okay. So in two lectures we are done with Photoshop. But this will only be possible that you have to revise all these points and make a note of any tool or something that you could not do it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then you will tell me because we have to finish this in two lectures. Okay,
Yes.
because it's not a big module. Then you have is I just told you Photoshop PNG. PNG is just like Composite GIF. It's transparent. Okay, Photoshop came up with their own file format, which is known as PNG. I repeat again, it's just like your GIF. It's transparent. Then you have is TIFF. TIFF is your large scale printing. The billboards that you see, the large scale printing that you see nowadays, it's saved in TIFF. In TIFF file format, your size, your pixelation does not get distorted. It maintains the originality of the image, the photo, but TIFF takes a lot of space. Okay, so if you're designing large billboards, you will be using TIFF over there. You get the point. Okay,
Yes.
so, so TIFF is used in those particular cases. It will be pretty heavy for that, right? Right. So yes, there are things left, but basically the things left in the sense that once you will do some of my activities with me, then I will do two with you, and then you will practice with more. That's what we'll do. I will solve two activities with you in the next class, and in third class we will start with animation. Okay, but you have to do one thing. You have to again check again, confirm them, that ask them that what if I use Flash CS6? Is there any problem? I want to use that. If they insist no, you have to use animate, no problem. I will. But you please let me know this by tomorrow is Sunday, Monday. Let me know by Monday, okay?
Okay.
We'll have the next class on Tuesday. Okay?
Okay.
Tuesday we'll have the next
Yes.
class. Tuesday probably evening. You don't have a problem in the evenings, right? PST I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah. Around
What
around
time?
8 PST.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. 8 PST Tuesday. Okay.
Yes.
After few classes, we'll try to fix timings if we can. Otherwise, it's fine. Okay. So you have
Okay.
to update me. Dreamweaver you have Dreamweaver?
Uh, we used front page.
No. We front page. The last version of front page came in 2003. You have to install
Yeah, we
Dreamweaver.
used that.
No, it's pretty old. It's very old. So I will just send you the link from where you can download the softwares. It's from my server. I'll send you the login and the password. Okay.
Okay.
Your WhatsApp. Can you just WhatsApp me because I think so. Your number is there with me.
Okay.
Just WhatsApp me to send me the link for the softwares. Okay. I'll just send you the link of the softwares. Download from my server. I don't know. Is the internet good? Because this will be pretty heavy. Either you can
Now
talk.
it's
Okay, fine.
web cheese.
Okay, fine. You have to download. It will probably be 3 GB. Um, in this, you'll have all the softwares. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Susanna,
Yes.
we'll meet on Tuesday. I will just compile this video and I will upload in just 1 2 hours. Okay. I'll let you know. Right, Zainab? Okay, beta.
Yes.
Okay, beta. See you
Okay.
then.
Thank
Okay. Yes.